Welcome to this pick a card reading. I stumbled on my words because it's not picking a card, it's picking up paper / crystal. Okay, so this pick a pile reading is for any creature, whether you are on Earth or not. Is that literally everything I have to say? Let's go to the pile selection. Here are your piles. Here is pile number 1. Actually, let me try and get a better view. That's a bit better. We can get it better. Yes, okay. Welcome into the pile selection. This is pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, I'll show you up close both the crystal and the card of each, especially since the cards are flipped for you. This says provider of emotions. Then 2 is Selenite, and this is a rendition of the Fool in tarot. This says provider of materials. Focused. This is a rendition of the Wheel of Fortune in tarot. And finally, this is a rendition of the Empress in tarot. Who wants to jump off? This one's just like rearing to go, but she's last in line. Okay, so those are your piles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I shall begin with pile number 1. Begin. I don't know why I felt particularly like saying that. Begin. And I'm wanting to repeat it, so pile number 1. I also don't know the name of this crystal. I think I want you out a bit. I think that's a bit better. Cool. So not provider of emotions, receiver of emotions. You may be feeling like you're wanting to give more than you've got at the present. It might be that you have just come into a lot of like a wealth of emotion, and you may be having a lot of different emotions at this time, and you may feel a pressure to give preemptively, because in this little cute deck that I have, the providers are, again, I said providers, I meant to say receivers. There's something about you wanting to jump ahead of yourself. Like you're either being asked to give yourself in a way that you are not ready to give, or you're being asked to you're asking yourself to do this. You're asking yourself to give something when it's not in overflow. It could be that you are like tricking yourself into thinking it's overflow, when in fact it's actually just wholeness, and you might have had to come to a state of wholeness. I'm looking at the bird of prey above, and now a raven. Yeah, so it's like, because you came from a space of lacking, now that you're feeling fulfilled emotionally, it's like, it's such a huge gap from where you've come from that it could be easy to think that this new state of being for you is overflow, is like, I have all this contentment now that I am ready to give. But it could be more like, you have contentment, but keep it to yourself. There's still more to come. Yeah, so if we're seeing it like 3 phases, like lacking, having, and then giving, it's like you're in the having phase. So there's a call to enjoy it for yourself before immediately going to give it out. Enjoy it while it's just purely with you. Because yes, life flows through us, and there's many a lesson with non-attachment. This feels like the natural flow is wanting to cycle around you. It's like I'm seeing it going through your head, down, cycling down your body. Actually, I'm seeing it connecting with your planet, and then or like the core of your planet, and then cycling back up and down the head, and it's a continuous cycle. And there's not yet so much that it's just like pouring out of you, and there's too much to continue in the cycle, and it just pours out into other cycles to help with their cycles. For those who are in the lack state, or even those who, anyone actually, I'm seeing them now, it's like those in all sorts of cyclical states of emotional fulfillment or peace. And for those who already have a fullness within themselves, like they're simply experiencing your overflow washing through theirs, and they're feeling that experience, and then it's becoming an overflow of their energy, so that overflows into others, and then there's yours, with your overflow, which should be feeling, helping others experience what it feels like to be in emotional fulfillment when they're usually in a state of lack. There's all sorts of different ways of energetically sharing. I wanted to say exchanging, but you're not there yet, I think. I think you're still the receiver, you're in the enjoying phase. I feel like saying like, enjoy it for yourself. Really, like, I'm feeling quite Tauran or Venusian in like really savoring where you are emotionally at, really savoring how you are feeling. Maybe for some of you, particularly in your body, maybe you're feeling better in your body. Or about bodies in general. So I do readings for any beings, and the example that came to mind was a being who isn't incarnated in a body, but they're like considering getting a body. It felt like a mantid kind of being. And the distinct colour of green and like one oh, I don't know the word for this, like arm or leg or like body part, like one like line, like a stick of their body, like the body they were considering. Okay, we're gonna get cards because there's more to that. There's more to that. I'm gonna use the Spirit of the Animals deck. Oh, I love channeling beings. But just to say everything, really. But in specific, I was thinking of beings that I'm personally not familiar with. For example, ETs, like what humans consider as ETs. Ooh, this one wants to come out. Hawk messenger. I already saw a close relation to the hawk. So hawk messenger, spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. I got taken in on that. Focus on your priorities because of the message at the beginning that was, / the entire message. Ooh. Back of the deck is infinite possibilities with the unicorn, which is kind of don't I kind of look like a unicorn at this time? I don't know. I felt like I just saw myself in like a unicorn vibe. And what is the point of me saying that? Maybe what I had been expressing before was the unicorn energy, and that's why I related it to myself, because I'm the one that was expressing it. I don't know, that made sense for my brain, so we'll go with it. But what? Yeah, I feel like unicorn energy, infinite possibilities, like abstractness has been what you have been in. However, this is asking for more deliberate intention. So focus on your priorities and eliminate distractions. Yeah, I'm seeing it more like animalate. If animalate is a word, like maybe that has some significance. Focus on your priorities and eliminate distractions. I'm seeing focus on priorities being like make yourself your priority, and eliminate distractions being where you've got your crystal pointing outwards with all your energy going into, like soften up, like smooth out that edge to make it like an oval instead of a point, so it's cycled back into yourself. Eliminate distractions. Eliminate distractions from your priority, and your priority could be yourself at this time, or maintaining what you have, maintaining what you've created or come to. I wasn't thinking of reading, but I guess my hands knew otherwise, think otherwise. Heron, hawk. Okay. Courage, swiftness, clear sight, focus, intensity, premonition. Ooh, premonition, I felt that. Look, he's so seeing. It's not just seeing of the physical, it's seeing of all realms. And with unicorn, it feels like, oh, okay. It feels like you are a very receptive vessel. So when you stop for a time, because I feel like you're in a point trying to do things, but if you stop and be with yourself, I feel like you might get some messages, because and I feel like they're gonna be intuitive messages, like premonitions. Yeah, why? Because this coming in to receive, stopping to receive messages, it didn't come from me reading like intuitive, it came from premonition. So there's something that you're gonna be shown that's very on point or very significant about your future. Fidelity, high purpose, discernment, messages from spirit. Whew. Why do I feel like whew? It could be like I saw like a lightning. There could be some like a shocking revelation. I'm seeing it like break. The lightning is like coming down and breaking like a little, what do you call that? Oak, wooden. It's like, you know, there's sometimes people have like little pieces of wood and they can carve on them and stuff. Surely there's a word for that. I'm not sure, but it's a piece of wood and the bark's still on the outside and it's a circle. Okay. And it's not like attached to the ground. It's not like it's just like a tree that's been sawed off or anything. It's like specific like loose piece of wood, and it makes me think that you've put it there in order to be lightning striked. So there could be something that you've had the intention to understand or to see about your future. There's something that you want to be able to see about your future. And yeah, oh my god, this looks like it. This looks like the rings of a tree. It looks like you have this ring of a tree little thing, wooden piece, and you've put it down for it to be struck with the message, and it's gonna ingrain the message on it for you. I lost one of the messages there. I guess just something to say is just like this time of receiving. It might come in the form of an emotion also. So to feel your emotions is to quite possibly feel a part of your future. Yes. Bringing importance to your emotions because of the messages that can come through them about that which you're seeking. Why am I doing that? What's the message in that? Yeah, it's like, it's something really positive. There's an energy of, what is this energy? It's like a glum kind of energy. I don't know. Okay. Now I'm seeing it again. I'm seeing when I did that face or whatever it was. It's like the universe like wants to wink at you, or like your guides or higher watchers. They want to wink at you because of what you'll see coming or what you already have seen coming. Yeah, I think they might want to leave it at there, like just like a wink. The hawk, with its extraordinary vision and high vantage point, has the ability to see what others cannot. Small message of trust it. Trust what you see. And if you'll be swayed by other people's judgments of it, don't tell anyone. Like, don't let that become a thing. That's what I'd say. Hawks are associated with the realms of the ancient gods. Jupiter and Mercury had hawks as their ally. I'm just trying to like swap that for like those are the Roman gods, but Greek gods would be Zeus and I'm pretty sure Mercury is Hermes, surely. And maybe I don't know. But I just felt called to stay there. So there could be some deities or gods or like beings of significance. They could have to do with the unicorn also. Under that is moose, so possibly moose also. And I saw a bee underneath the bugs. Any sort of creature or energy form that has become significant as of late for you, or that has kind of been propping itself up into your awareness. There might be deities or like a higher extension of those beings that looking at them could give you more clarity on why you're seeing those little beings, and thus to say why you're seeing and connecting to the higher being or expanded being, which is related to then what you're seeing about your future. Or like I was seeing it more like those like beings, for example bugs and higher bugs, those are in your present, showing you your future. But actually I was kind of seeing it a bit more like you're seeing the bugs and higher bugs in your future, and it's simply like you're seeing your future. Okay, take whichever, you know, feels, wiggles right in your body. Hawk is often called messenger of the gods. To see a hawk or hear its shrill cry can be a warning to be more aware. Look to all the details and omens and pause and reflect on what may be amiss. Hawks mate for life, and the pair raises their young in a strong and secure nest. Hawks look out for family. When embroiled in family issues, it could also be in familial, like the opposite of family, whatever that is to you, issues, take flight. Let me read that again. When embroiled in family issues, take flight and breathe the fresh air. Too much emotion can cloud Hawk's vision. Ha! That's kind of funny because I was literally just like giving the advice of being in your emotions. Too much, yeah. I kind of feel like that message of distraction again. It's like too much emotion of others could distract you from your own emotion, and that your emotion, the emotion of yourself, is bringing you some sort of clarity about your future. So yeah, your family could be somehow related to taking you out of your emotion, or just overwhelming your emotion to such that it's not providing that peaceful slate that can be lightning with words. Okay. Hawk also means spirit is at hand. I feel really called to, whenever I go to read this, I'm being so drawn to how I'm reading it so slowly, but not like in a gentle like storytelling kind of a way. It's like in a chunky way, chunky slow way. There's something to be said about that. Maybe it will make itself known in a bit. Hawk always means spirit is at hand. It's like whenever I go to read it, I guess I feel like I'm being channeled down more information. Yeah, it's like it's hard to read, it's hard to do, it's hard to focus on other right now because there's so much that wants to come through me, which is you, like your being, your intuition is telling you to reel it in, take yourself into your own little cup of corn. I just got a message. Alright, I will reply to that. I will leave a timestamp in the description box if you want to jump to it. But I don't want to stop the video because then I'd have to edit it. and then it takes loads of time. I'm back. The video had broken, so apparently the video does not continue. Like, I was thinking it would go on like a blank screen as I went on to like my home screen, but it just ends the video. But it goes with the message because as I rewatched the last part of what I had just filmed, after doing stuff in relation to the message I received, I brought awareness, like, oh my god, this we literally got, like, you're gonna receive a message, and then I received a message during the reading. It could be physical too, like that was a physical message, but I still feel like it's intuitive. Or if it's a physical message, it's like you'll read way deeper into it. And I had this out, it's like an ice cream of sorts. I had it out beforehand, but when I got back from doing my thing, I just started eating it instead of doing the reading. And I had put a rice, this is related to your message by the way. I had put rice milk a tiny bit on top and made it layer all on top of it, and it had frozen over because the ice cream is frozen. And I couldn't see the green colour because of that. But when I started eating through, after receiving the message, I started eating at the ice cream, and then you could see the colour green. And the colour green felt significant, especially since I had said, like, the colour of that, like, manted being's arm was, like, particularly being brought to my attention, and I feel like it was like that colour, like almost exactly that colour green. Now, so yeah, it felt like something was, you were unable to see it. It had been frozen over, and you receiving this message allows you to, and its emotions, it allows you to see something significant. I feel like it has relation to your heart and the way you feel in life. It's like you're becoming more aware and deliberate with your current emotional state in order to provide for yourself in the like grander emotional state, so like the emotional state of your life, as opposed to just your present, like, momentary emotional state, or like near future. Like, this is about the grander scheme of things. Well, I wasn't expecting that to come through, but yeah, this is about the grander, and this could be beyond this life. This could be you're tapping into energies that are of yourself expanded tenfold, however many fold, infinity fold. Yes, I think that might be. I also had hot chocolate that I wasn't drinking beforehand, but after coming back I started drinking. It could have been this message allows you, or maybe you're the message. Maybe you are the one telling yourself, okay, it's finally okay to eat your cake, you know, you reap what you've sown, like, to actually eat the crops now. There's more, I have this, there's more. What is this? Are you still not thinking it's fine to eat, or like it's time? What is this? It's time to relax, it's time to, that Venusian energy, it's time to, Tauran, like, relish where you are. I also want to note, I rewatched the beginning of what I had filmed also, and I said in the pile selection that you were the provider of emotions, which was funny because I think at the start of this I had kept saying, like, I keep wanting to say provider of emotions. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where a lot of the message of like directing your energy instead of cycling it came from, because you were wanting to be the provider, but you were currently the receiver. It could also be, in general, you're coming to recognize that you are the receiver instead of the provider. Like, maybe you are more of a feminine of receiving as opposed to a masculine of actioning. There may be something to do with the message that allows you to really step into that role. Like, maybe you partner up with a provider and that helps you feel more like you can be the receiver self. Yeah, okay, that's your reading. Nothing more wants to come through. Cool. That was very enjoyable for me. I hope you have received something from this. If not, then I hope you will go on to, I want to do a pun on providing something. I don't know. Bye. The video will stay on because of pile number 2 is about to begin. Eat my ice cream. Okay, welcome in pile number 2. I'm going to be getting a few messages while eating ice cream. The first one already came, which was, I feel like you're trying to begin anew. You have the Fool card, and you have, like, this is supposed to kind of be a foot, like the first step. Like, you can't quite see the entire body, but the first step is peeking through. And Selenite, which is so clear. Feels like you're trying to begin anew, but it feels like something might be like getting in the way. When I was getting the papers, the cards for each pile, yours wanted to make itself particularly known that it came out in reverse. And I'm not really like taking that interesting. My mind went to say I'm not taking reversals, but that's not coming from me. That's more like how other people would word it. So there's interference. Interference is going on. What I was trying to say at the start was, when I was eating my ice cream, a couple hairs got in the way, and they went in my mouth with the spoon. And I'm also noticing like a blemish on the card. And none of these things are actually stopping the new thing. None of these are like big happenings, big disruptions. Disruptions? That's not a word, is it? It is now. It's nothing major. It's just like, are you annoyed? Or like, are you in your new, beginning anew, but there's like, you're frustrated about it? Let's get a couple cards more, shall we? Divine Feminine. Are you the Divine Feminine? Or is there a Divine Feminine that is making this so annoying? Because there's a frequency of annoyance. That's interesting, I said frequency of annoyance. Yeah, it kind of gives that energy of like there's a fly in your ear, there's a universal love. That universe always trying to love you. Ugh. What? Yeah, that's like your vibe. That's what I'm getting through this energy. It's like positive things are happening, but you're complaining. That kind of energy. I don't know. The frequency, like maybe for some reason, and we'll probably hopefully get into that reason. You're viewing something that is a pure blessing as a disturbance. Like, why is this happening? Kind of feeling. Yeah, it's just like classic term spiritual analogy thing of it's happening for you, not to you. Maybe you're being gifted with the chance to start anew, but it's a gift that you're not. I'm not seeing that you're not accepting it. I'm seeing that you're accepting it and you're moving forwards, but like with the hairs in your mouth, with the fly in your ear. What other things, with like a blemish on your shoulder, with I don't know, what is this? The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and the whole universe itself. The frequency of divine feminine supports a receptive, nurturing, and soft side, gulp, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to an intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. The end felt significant there, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us. So something is helping you to connect to your intrinsic understanding of your connection to all of creation. And you did literally get universal love right after that. But I was reading the universal love before the divine feminine, which is just like you're receiving the thing but you don't know why yet, because the feminine, this feels like what you're coming into, or what is being gifted to you. But this provides the why, and you're not quite into that section yet. You haven't quite understood why or how what is happening is loving. Yeah. The intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Intrinsic being like it's already there, it's just like within you, your natural understanding. You're not like having it makes me think of like not having revelations, but actually just tapping into the body, or like maybe not connecting to this understanding of what this new thing for you is, or what you're being gifted, not understanding it through other people's perspectives. It's very understanding it through your own innate knowing, your own like gut feeling. Kind of feels like that. Wow, that noise that I just made, I feel like that's this frequency. That's what it feels like. I love that card right now. Coherence, 13. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality we desire. And I feel like that's more like coherence between the mind and heart will help you to understand this new beginning for you. I thought something else but said that ability to create the... Maybe I did say it in the way I wanted to say it, but when I said it, it sounded different. It's just maybe this new beginning. Maybe you were the one that created this intentionally, consciously, but you didn't expect it to play out in quite this way, or to have the repercussions it did. I'm kind of seeing it like Ooh, my throat. I'm kind of seeing it like you are on a planet and you're recognizing that you're affecting other planets and you weren't expecting that. Only for some people, beings, that message is for. This next. I want to get... Do I want to get details? I want to get new details. That's interesting. So, you definitely have enough of an intuition and enough of a trust within that intuition that I don't feel the need to clarify your situation for you. And that wants to be made known. I'm being drawn again to the cards already on the table though. The universal love and divine feminine. My mind wants to search for something right now. So the message for you could have something related to your search. Could be for a playful ending. A playful happily ever after. For some lightness maybe. For friends maybe. 10 of Cups could be, I'm seeing it in like a friendship way. I'm seeing it like, I'm hearing the words like lovers of a kind, but I'm seeing the word lovers like friends, like it's more like soul lovers. This looks like they're being cradled. It looks like 3 friends. No, they don't look like friends. See, this one looks like friends to me. But, which is like interesting. The ones that, like, to my actual ego does not look like friends, but right now in this moment with being guided, this looks very much like friends. And this one, they don't look like friends to me. They look like oracles, or they've come together. They've come together for a purpose here. It feels like each one feels more like what the 3 of Pentacles stands for, which is like collaboration. It feels like each of these has wisdom, knowledge of their own, and they're coming together and they're like sharing that knowledge. But I want to say more than knowledge, it's wisdom. Like they've come to their own understandings. So this could be you coming together with others of the same mind and collaborating in that. It could be more of like the traditional kind of collaboration, or it could be more of like I want to say something like soul collaboration, in that you're like sharing where you've been, sharing what you've learned this lifetime, imparting your knowledge. It feels more like an impartation, an impartingness, an imparting, because it kind of feels like, I don't know if this will lead you towards particular soul family, because these just feel so cold to each other to me, and these feel so warm. Under that is 4 of Wands, which can speak of unions, and under that is Knight of Cups, which can speak to romance. Yes, so I feel like souls coming together is like what this is all leading to, but I feel like the current step you're in is more cold. It's, you may be around similar people, but they're not your soul family. But maybe because they're so similar, you're mistaking them as such. Maybe that's kind of what that message of like, I can eat or another rendition of the message of like, I can eat the ice cream, I ate it, but I got 2 like hairs stuck in my mouth. It's kind of the energy of you can get along well and understand these particular collaborators, but don't mistake them for your soul family. Just because they understand you, or just because you work in similar fields, doesn't mean that they work in your soul field, you know? I'm being particularly drawn to the cacao nibs in this. There's lots of like chunks, but the cacao nibs in particular. Why? There's like a depth that the current you isn't meeting. How do I explain this? I feel like some of you already know. Yeah, okay, I think that was the message from the cacao nibs, because this is a hot chocolate of cacao powder. And I think it was just pointing me towards this, which is, and when I drank it, I noticed how it is kind of gone a bit cold by now. And that kind of feels like these. It could be that they began hot, they began like warm connections, but they've kind of gone cold now. You can filter those words through however you so choose. I want to say it doesn't have to be like it began as hot or began as warm and is now cold. Like, it doesn't have to be that you relate them as being cold, but I just do feel like now it's more like a transactional relationship. It's no longer giving from the heart, is what it feels like. But it is leading you, or there's something surrounding that is leading you to transactions of the heart as opposed to emotionless transactions. That thing that I just hummed, I love you, that's what I heard. Something about I love you. Maybe for some people you're saying I love you, but it's not ringing true anymore. Notice how I said anymore, so it's like there was love. I mean, there's always like love, but this is more like I want to say a lower form of love, but it's still divine and just like it's more specific to one's heart, I will say, maybe. Yeah. Love that has gone, I think, full stop. A love that has gone. Yeah, it because it doesn't feel like there's bad blood between you. It just feels like it's just not, it's just run its course. It's, you've grown apart, you know, or you're it's just kind of like you've met yourself to a deeper degree now that you see more of the truth of this connection. And when you hadn't, it was enough. It was serving you. It's like it was a lot of love back then, but now you have deepened your well of understanding how like big your cup is, that you want something that's more fulfilling. And something about the current relationships in your life aren't, or these like transactional, whatever these are, friends or family or lovers, you'll know who this is about. Feels like they led you to where you needed to get to, which is here, but this new beginning is taking you to soul family, those that fill a deeper realm within you. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Some of you may relate this to other like star systems or past lives. Like you may feel a very strong connection with these future, or maybe for some of you they're already partly in future connections. You may feel like they kind of fill the cup, parts of your cup that you weren't even really looking to fill. Like you didn't really recognize that could be filled. They'll awaken parts of you. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Okay, that's your reading. It closed off there. Some of you, I feel drawn to saying, this is really cool, I've never had a message like this at the end before. You may feel drawn right now to go straight into like a meditation. I was seeing it like a YouTube video with like just like music that you like maybe I want to say like divine frequencies, like 432, that kind of thing. And just be with this energy. Yeah, that's my tip for anyone who wants to take it. Cool. Bye. The camera will remain on since I have more readings that I would like to be doing. I feel satisfied with that. I feel like people have gone off and like I've never felt this sensation before either. It's like I feel like they've gone and done something, or like they're going, or something about that second reading. People are gonna like do something with that. Like it's not like necessarily internal. It's like they're gonna go and do something with it. Interesting. And now now I eat. Although I will get pile 3's paper and Quithdow out on the table so I can be in pile 3's energy without saying hi to them, and eat my ice cream. Okay, hello pile number 3. I have just sat in your energy for a few moments, I'd say. Not too long, not too short. No, I love your energy. It's very energetic. I just slowed myself down in speech there, but it wasn't in like, I think that your energy is slow. It's more like I could just see myself like spouting off and talking really fast because of your energy, and I was like, okay, let's just reel it in though. Reel it in. As soon as I started eating my ice cream in your energy, I felt so like energized, like spiked by life. Spiked by life in the best way possible. And it's just kind of giving me the impression of something you might be able to fit these words. Something like doo-doo doo-doo doo-doo, like 3. 1, 2, 3. Doo-doo doo-doo doo-doo. Doo-doo doo-doo doo-doo. If there's a phrase that comes to mind when I say that is significant for you. That's kind of interesting. Doo-doo doo-doo doo-doo. Some of you might be called to open up to receiving messages from those that you'd like to receive messages from. For example, passed on loved ones or higher beings, spirit guides, that kind of thing. Your soul, the universe, so on and so forth. The planet, many planets. But you may be afraid to do that, or there's something about being unsure of that, maybe? Yeah, red kite. You're unsure about it. Okay, cool. So you have a lot of energy, and this is maybe advice to like channel that upwards, to extend your communication out into the ether, into the spacical realm, into the astral realm, into realms beyond the one that you currently recognize as your own. You may also feel called to channel in other ways that feel resonant for you. Ooh. I did not do that ooh for any reason. It just came through. Yeah, I want to say just have fun with it. Have fun with it. It can just be doing what feels natural. There doesn't really need to be anything in particular. There can be. It feels like your mind might, it's not even your mind, it's like, it's almost your mind that wants to go like woo 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 woo. But it's like your whole being wants to do that. No, it's not like your whole being. It's like your spirit. You may like really want to go on a like journeying meditation kind of thing. Or I don't know if some of you, because this is for all beings, some of you may have like the ability to like move half of your body, move part of your body. For some of you, like this is astral projection. But for others of you, there's like a particular kind of movement where like half of your body comes out. That's interesting, viewing your voice as your body. Like every time I speak, part of my voice is leaving. That's a really cool way to see it. There was a message in my ice cream that I got earlier and that I haven't said yet, and I can't remember what it was. Part of it was that you're doubting this, so maybe shall we get cards on that? I want to note that you chose the gold crystal. Goldstone could be significant. I don't know what that is. Wait, goldstone is in Minecraft, isn't it? Glowstone. I think I'm thinking of glowstone from Minecraft. Provider of materials. Yeah, an overflow of energy, but an overflow of physical energy this is talking about. I was saying, yeah, like physical energy. But maybe you're having new impressions, new new ideas of what physical energy is. I'm kind of curious. So I'm gonna try and get this to focus, but the materials on my little cards, the material suit is like pentacles, and provider is kind of like the third in a 3 group thing. I'm holding up 4. There are more, but I'm gonna use 3 for example's sake, which is the having lack, so not having enough, or having I want to say having a little, having wholeness, like enough, and having overflow. And you have the overflow of material, and it's like a call to use it somehow. Let's get you to. I want you to be able to see it. I'm laughing at like I feel quite pouty. Like I want to go like ugh, like, but in like a not. I'm not actually angry, but just in like a playful kind of way. I feel like you're very playful. Oh, I want to note how. So it's like you have a full one, but your full one can provide energy for someone else's blank one. You might have like the way in which you navigate the physical realm is helping you navigate another realm. So, because I'm seeing this more as yourself. Like I feel like you are helping from what you have gained to wholeness in one realm. And this can be around like the physical realm, but this could also be around like a realm in life, like career, or I don't know, jumping. What? Jumping? Okay. I kind of saw like a sports particular realm. And this is providing you with the insight and energy to begin the new realm, to begin exploring the new realm. I want to say they're reflected. It's like, have no fear, because they're reflected. Like, do you feel confident in the first realm? Yes, you clearly do. And so you can have that same level of confidence going into the new realm. Well, I keep wanting to say, like, what do you have to lose? I'm gonna get a card for you. I was gonna say for why the poutiness? What's another word that's better than pouty? But I'm gonna get the pouty reason from that deck. It just like flopped over. Yeah, see that's the energy. He's what is that? It's like the energy of someone who wants to be happy, but they are holding a grudge about something in particular, like what is this? Okay, let's just get cards in general first. Woo! Here you are. Aw, giraffe visionary. Adorable. I'm being actually drawn to the dog or wolf on the back of the deck. In the bottom, yeah, if we see these as realms, and you've got, maybe it's a fox that is wanting to display itself as now. Oh, and I cut the deck to orca. I must show the orca. And below, oh, I love lynx too. Okay, what was I saying? I feel like I was saying something, or I'd seen something good. Fox, that's what it was. Let's use the back. Yeah, something about the dog, which is the lowest of the realms, like we were talking about. You exploring realms. Maybe you don't know which realm to explore next. Assign them colours and choose your favourite colour. That's one advice. Or choose this one. I don't know why. Like, I was trying to choose between the three, and they all look mighty. They all look very powerful, but it feels like the first one is this one, the eagle. But how I might, unless you already know which one that is, like how do I go about explaining that? What's the pattern it just made? I don't know, there's something about like the way you get there. What is this? Your head reaches the clouds, you can already see it. You can already see this realm. Rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. I wonder if like you want to traverse other realms, but you feel like the one you want to go to is like too good to like be able for you to just be able to go there. Which is the message is clearly like, no, you can go there. There's a little bit of an energy of like, you're ready now. You have been prepared. Like prepped. You have been prepped. Like that felt like other beings had been prepping you, whether those are like very surrounding you, you've been aware of, or like being coached for this. Maybe you've even like got like degrees, or like you've had like specific training consciously for this, and this is confirmation like, yes, you've done enough, you have done it. Or this is simply a training that has undergone more magically, I heard, like ethereally more, insert word there. It's like intuitively. Yeah, insert word there. Why am I getting there? I love that I laughed, because this is yes, success, achievement, like you're ready kind of thing. That's the back of the deck. And the front 3 cards, like I haven't seen them yet, but these are about why you're feeling like grumpy, or like not like you're ready, something of that sort, the pouty thing. And I laughed when when they came out. Page of Candles. Yeah, it's like you see yourself as the beginner, but you're not the beginner anymore, because there's like 6 candles. Like the truth, like this is the truth. They're not only 6 candles, but they're on a pedestal, each of their own. Yeah, you've like, it's like you've extended yourself in many areas, and they're separate, but they all, it's like that's why it's overflow. That's why you have overflowing energy that's ready. That's why your neck is so long. That's why you can see so much, because of all this that you've done in separate areas. And then the second card was 2 of Candles, which is 2 of Wands. I'm seeing it like this page that you think that you are is like going to light. He's like going to try and light these. He was trying to decide which one to light. And 2 of Candles can speak of like deciding where you want to go in the world, but it's kind of like I'm seeing it like he's on a planet and he's looking out, which planet do I want to go to? Which fire do I want to light next? But there's like, I want to say like, no, there's a clear path forwards, and you're trying to decide between these 2, like why? 4, 4, 4, 4, as I said that. Yeah. It's like, no, neither. Like those aren't the ones that you want. go for the one you want. And I'm seeing the giraffe card now. It's like you think you have to decide between this one and this one. It's like you're looking at yourself as, okay, so I'm either like the baby or I'm like the adult. But it's like, no, you're not the baby or the adult, you're the wise crone. Like you're the leader, the teacher, the emperor, the wizard, you're the those terms are sometimes funny to me. Or yeah, you're far more evolved, far more skilled, far more able than you think you are. And the third card was 10 of potions, 10 of cups. But yeah, I'm being drawn to the fact that they're potions, not a 4/4 again. They're potions and not cups. Potions. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like you've made your cups into potions. All 10 of them. All 10 of them. Some people don't even have 10 cups. Like, I want to say, like most people don't have 10 cups. Or, like, 10 of cups is the card that is, like, kind of revered. Like, in tarot, like, a lot of people are seeking that 10 of cups, that kind of happily ever after. Or I want to say that is what's coming through now, at least, even if that's not true. And you're wondering, I don't know about that train of thought, but I want to say, like, you not only do you have 10 cups, but you freaking turn them into potions. Like, you are a very magical being, whoever I am speaking with. It's like some of them have lids on and some of them don't. And I think they all do, but my eyes want to say they don't. So I'm gonna go with saying they don't. They all have different kind of lids also. Or like a few, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are the same. And then there's 2 which are the same in another type. And then 2 of them are open. And I want to say it's like maybe because of those 2 that you haven't got lids on that you're wondering, like, am I like not as prepped for this as I need to be? Like, I haven't even got lids on 2 of my potions. Little did you know that they're just like a different form of lid. They are lidded. Also, I can't see like the label on all of them. Only 2 of them have labels. It's like you're only actually conscious of 2 of them, and one of them has a lid and one of them is lidless, or the one you think is lidless. So you have so many more potions than you think. They're potions, not cups. And they're coming out of a pumpkin. Like, I feel like that has significance here too. I want to eat some of my ice cream. Oh yeah, this was about that pouty message. Because I just felt that energy then. I felt like going like, like an angry baby. That's what it feels like, actually. I just got an image then of pumpkins that people have carved the mouth, and then they've put some of the like guts of the pumpkin coming out of the mouth, so it looks like the pumpkin is throwing up. Are you excuse my belly. Are you throwing up the potions? Are you viewing your potions as throw up? No. Maybe your overwhelm is creating. Maybe it's like because you've just created 10 potions. Maybe it's a recent thing. I laughed because my belly rumbled. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. and that took me off track. Which I just want to say, like, you're focused on not the higher vantage point, even though you have such a high vantage point. I want to say, like use that skill to actually see the truth of who you are. But then again, it's like, you are the tallest, so it's like, can you really look at yourself? Maybe you need to take yourself into the eyes of one of those smaller ones, pretend you're that, and look at that big gigantic tall one that is you, to gain some perspective. Maybe even asking or getting a reading on how others view you would actually provide you with some clarity. And giving it more weight, maybe. That's really interesting. Like, or just on, it doesn't have to be other people, right? It can be, there's loads of amazing readings out there, like how your spirit guides view you, how, I don't know, probably how dragons view you. I might search for that. I kind of wanna, or I might do one myself. No, see, when I said I might do one myself, I didn't feel as happy. Like, I felt like I wanted to do it that way. I wanted to get it by someone else telling me. That's okay. I'm feeling so... That's okay. I need more of something. Unless that's just the message that you're still like grumpy because you think that you can't do it the way that you most want to do it. You can't, but you can. You so clearly can. Like gold, mastery, provider, overflow. You're not the receiver. You're not the experimenter. You're not the essence. You're the provider, which means you're at the final... Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. You've done it. You're... I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, we got a few. Dun, 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 dun. I just heard dun, 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 dun. That thing, if you could tell, the thing that's at the start of movies, some movies, I don't know what it's called, but we got this one. That reminds me of astral projection really heavily, actually, because this bottom thing looks like a planet, and this looks like bursting off the planet, and that looks like an eye, which just all reminds me of like lucid dreaming. Leaving, it's like your consciousness remains grounded and then you go off. It's like the same kind of imagery as this to me, like your physical stays here and yet your ethereal is up there. Even this, I want to take it the way up it was. It looks like a raindrop, but opposite, so it's like going upwards. Yeah, it may feel like counter-intuitive what you're gonna do or what you're doing or trying to achieve. Or maybe if it doesn't, like there's a call to do something that feels kind of, that you know is like right, but that feels counterintuitive. I feel like I've got something stuck in my throat then. To do with me saying do the thing that feels counterintuitive. Oh, did you hear that? It's like when I was speaking it was fine until I said counterintuitive. Oh, okay, there's something there. What feels counterintuitive to you that is well, I feel like it's literally just the reflection, like the higher realms. Like I feel like you're a sturdy guy, like a dude that's like very much grounded. So like the spirit realm feels counterintuitive to you. Leaving the body. You're like, you're supposed to be in the body. Why do you don't live in it? Why did I do that? Like, A, there was still water left. And B, no, that was the message, because it's like it will automatically be refilled. There's something about, like, maybe you have a fear of leaving your body and then completely leaving it and not being able to come back or something like that. And this is like, no, you'll, like, as soon as you get even close to leaving, you will be guided back down or something like that. Whoa, I saw a really close seagull fly by then. Seagull, like a gull of the sea, water. Maybe that's why that bird was the confirmation, because that's why it was relating. Some of you may want to rewatch that part again and hear the seagull confirmation part with more weight. I want to note that I feel out of breath. This may have been something that has actually weighed on your mind a lot, or that you have put a lot of energy into trying to do, maybe, or thought into. Not quite. Something along those lines. There's something you want. I'm kind of seeing this like there's a being with a rose, and they want to gift it to someone like in the astral, or they want to gift this rose. They have like an intention for this adventure, this other realm adventure. They have an intention. It's like they want to gift. They want to gift it. Now I'm seeing it as there's another being, a different being, that is in the other realm that you're trying to reach. Little do you know that they're trying to gift you. They're waiting to gift you with something once you come through. That's really cool. Interesting. For some of you, this could relate to like where you feel you come from. Like maybe you feel like you can, or you know that you can, like astral project or explore other realms, but you just don't feel like you can explore the realm that's closest to home for you, because you feel like you're not powerful enough, or you haven't trained enough, or something like that, which is just silly. I'm thinking of that Friends episode where Ross says, "Stop with all the silliness." Something like the word silliness gets thrown around a lot. That could have some significance, or maybe there's a message. I wanted to say within Friends, but I want to say like there's something about a specific, maybe around Ross, the character, or maybe the word Ross, like the name Ross. Maybe that, okay, I feel more about that. Like if there's another Ross, like in other TV shows, or in other, or like maybe you have a friend, or like Ross, I was seeing that as a rose. So maybe we were coming back to the rose actually. There's more there. I'm thinking of rose being like a romantic flower to gift someone, showing your love. I'm seeing it. Maybe it's you and another being. Maybe it's like you're wanting to meet. Like you have your rose and you're ready to gift it to another specific being, and they also have their rose waiting to gift it to you. And I feel like maybe you're just like waiting on each other. Or maybe they're just waiting on you. Maybe. So, some of you meeting up with a soul friend. Cool, 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 cool. This is another card that came out. That feels like crossing realms, crossing over. Crossing over. Yeah. I just heard another being. It felt like, from my perspective, I should be the one hearing this. It's like, it felt like this being who is waiting for you just said, oh, like, they stepped into your realm and said, like, oh, now I'm in your side of the, this is your side of the, this is your side, is it? I can't remember what the exact words were, but it was kind of in like a mischievous way, or like a flirtatious way. No, I want to say like a charming way. This feels like watched. Like it looks like a camera. Like this is divinely watched over. But it's only on one side. It's on the other side, I want to say. It's on their side. Their side is watched. So, yeah, it could be like you're safe over there. Or like you will be safe over there. Oh yeah, this looks like a foot coming through the portal. So stepping into other realms is just completely what this reading is about. And there's even a moon. Yeah, this is totally the magic of portal leaping, of jumping to other realms. Whether that be for you in the physical, or I'm pretty sure this is you in a some extension of you as opposed to the entirety of you. Meeting up with another friend soul in another realm. And the final card of that cluster that we got was this card, which feels very Lyran, very Leonian. It feels like a celebration to me. Like you finally stepped over, like after finally stepping over. Because we had before that, we had the waiting. So what we started was like with, oh, like you're on the planet, it's like lift off, like thinking about lifting off. And then what was pile 2? Pile 2 is like you actually like in the vehicle, like moving. Pile 3 is you see them waiting for you. Pile? I meant to say 4. The fourth step. The fourth card is the you flipped, you're in each other's realms. And the 5th card is the celebration of the entirety. Celebration of the union. This kind of looks like, I just saw that as like a disco ball kind of thing dangling down. Now I'm getting the image of Buck from Ice Age 3, seeing that as like the big pink fleshy thing that dangles like at the back of the throat, and I swung back and forwards and back and forwards and back and forwards and back and forwards and back and forwards until finally I like shot out of that mouth. I may have lost an eye that day. but in return I got this, and he shows Rudy's tooth. His can you tell I like Ice Age 3, or at least I did as a child? What do you call that? Knife. Knife, that's a weird dagger. Did they ever name it? I don't know. I need to watch Ice Age 3 again. I'm seeing like the top, it's like, this just feels like the new, I kind of feel like this could have all been metaphorical, and this could all be, I've got droplets on the back of my other card. But it led me to turning it over, which the front has like a brown smudge on. Huh, smudges on both sides of this card, which is the like stepping through card. Anyway, I was gonna say, like, it feels like this could have all been mirrored in the physical, maybe. I don't know, it just kind of feels like you're in a whole new world together. I guess that is like in the other realm, in which you two meet. I want to hold that up because some of you might get some more from that. I love that. I love it. Okay, and with that, I'm going to end your reading. Pile number 3, I believe. Yes, pile number 3. I love you very much. Thank you for joining me. And see ya. The camera will remain on though as I pack up and prepare for pile number 4. And unprepare by eating ice cream. I'm so happy about that ice cream. I thought it was going to be gross, but it was tasty. And I wonder if that is a part of pile 4's. I thought it was going to be gross, but it was tasty. Interesting. Put these away. Frog. Jump. A jumping frog. Yeah! Oh, I'm so happy about that. Pile number 4 really is tied with that animal deck. Oh, pile 4's are so cute, I want to say. I'm gonna begin. Hello, pile number 4. I'm beginning in an odd space for you. I want to say, first of all, I feel like you're really cute. Because I'm just getting like an adorable vibe from you. I feel like you love really hard, like you just really love. Maybe hard is the wrong word, like you love a lot. You're so heart-centered, I want to say. And I feel like you might have a special connection to animals. I feel really like using this deck, but I feel like I'm connecting so much with my inner child when I connect with that deck right now with you. You chose the Tiger's Eye and the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. There may be a movie with the word fortune, or like a book or something. There may be something to do with the word fortune and that will resonate with you. So if that's for you, then that's for you. If you've like have no clue, then leave it for when you do have a clue. Because I feel like that word fortune is for everyone here. And I feel like it has the ability to make itself consciously known. Like you can figure out the real reason. Okay, what does that mean? The real reason. The real reason. Yeah, it's like even though you're really cute, you have like this mystery around you. You're very, I want to say you're very intelligent and you're very seeing, but seeing in it with such like beautiful eyes. Like, I feel so comfortable around you. Like I'm just like, I feel very happy just eating my ice cream. I feel like you'd make such a good parent. Like the child can, because I feel like I'm able to be a child right now. Like I can just eat my ice cream. Like you the carer, you're there. You can like you provide me with that safety and that feeling of being loved. And I feel like you do that for. Think of a big word, or like a word that describes a big collective of energies. I'm being taken back to my childhood of loving making dens and loving staying up late. Particularly, like, I'm being drawn to the times when I'd want to stay up late with my brother, my older brother, and we would like make a den. And this was like when I was really young. Like I'm being drawn to that. So there could be something about what you loved doing when you were really young, or you're awakening to memories of your childhood that bring you a lot of love, a lot of comfort maybe. Okay, once I've scraped this, I'll get the cards. Thank you for being so loving with me, because I like that energy. I do like that energy. What is this feeling? I love this. Okay. Let's begin. A bit of a clap, huh? Just heard like clap back. I feel like I only know that from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the TV show. It's when Jake Peralta, the main character, is like in a safe house with his captain's partner, and Jake teaches him how to clap back, but he's like a professor that is like, that's not like a, he's like serious basically. I don't know what the message in that is. Maybe it'll come through. This is the back of the deck. My mind wants to say very holding energy, because these two always look like usually look like hands to me, holding this precious thing. Although I don't always see it like a precious thing, but it feels so precious to me right now. And I saw 1414 when I said that. But I felt more from this card that what I felt so extremely was like the light energy coming from above it. All at the top, all of that coming through. It's like that, and yet such firm foundation too. This feels like you, by the way. It feels like your ability to, it feels like your heart, like the purity of your heart and how you're so loving in correlation to your connection to there being so much, your connection to a very expanded worldview. Okay, so I want to say like the back of the deck is you, because it's like there's a back of the deck energy, which is like the undercurrent of the reading wants to be like affirming to you who you are, or maybe you are feeling a bit like down and you just want comfort, and just like it's just about hearing those words and having those words be in correlation to your own heart, which is so nurturing. It's like reflecting back to you the same nurturance that is you. And now I'm being taken back to that your main card is the Wheel of Fortune, and Tiger's Eye makes me think of confidence. So that goes with the message of like, I'm relaying to you who you are, for you to have more confidence in yourself, in those qualities that you have. You're very, very connected, like highly, like it's not just like and it's not just in okay, so I'll finish the first sentence. It's not in like a very small expanded version of love. It's like a big expanded version of love. I want to say you feel so much. You feel reality. You don't just feel your present collective, your like present physical collective. You feel the collective of everythingness, and you feel it to a very, very deep level. Like it's, I want to say you like with the need for confidence, it's like you feel it way more, and I saw 1717 when I said that. You feel the collective of all that is way more than you think. It's like you think that maybe you just feel the collective of the planet you're on, or of your beings, your race, or maybe like the cluster of planets or stars that you, or realms that you live in. But it's like, no, you feel so much more than just that much. You feel everything, like everything. Yeah, you're a very sensitive being, and this is a call to recognize that. I almost feel like saying like, bring your eyes into the core of yourself and just look at your body, look at the inside of your body and who you are, like the makeup of your being. It's sensitive, it feels as there's a lot in here. That's what I want to say. That was really cool. I got like taken into the inside of a body, like literally looking around at the insides. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? This Wheel of Fortune is connected to all the elements, and though it's very ethereal, and it also spirals into like the center, so it's like you can totally go inside of yourself and see that, but it has its connections to all of the stability too. Yeah, it's like you're not only connected in an emotional sense, that you don't just like feel like sense spiritually or emotionally the connectivity of everything. You do that, but you also sense it like practically somehow. I wonder if, oh, I feel like that could correlate to this card, which was your main card. This being looks like they're asleep, and this being in the center looks like they connect realms, like they're the center, they're the bridge. This looks like realms within realms, like they walk between realms. This is kind of reminding me, I mean, making me feel like this is a being who this is the being at the center of the infinity symbol, and to this side of the infinity symbol there are loads and loads of realms within this, and to this side of the infinity symbol, same thing, loads and loads of realms within this. And like, I almost want to say you have experience in being the holder, like that is kind of your soul's footprint, your soul's blueprint. Like, I feel like you'd resonate with that, the holder of realms, or the bridge of realms, the weaver of worlds, perhaps. This could be the first initial thought I had about this was dreaming, like, because she looks like she's asleep, and I was thinking with that, like, message of not only feeling emotionally and spiritually but also practically somehow, could be that you practically go to other realms, like in your sleep. It feels like something about sleep is significant here. Even in this card, like the stars are kind of making me feel like sleep. Ooh, I want to show the card that propped up underneath that. It kind of gives me the vibes of an infinity symbol if it were like spiraled all around itself. So like loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of infinity symbols. And the center of that, yeah, see? With this, it's like the center is square, and yet there's like leaves coming off, and then the circles around that, and there's lines. It's like there's all sorts of shapes. All sorts of shapes. All sorts of shapes. You are all sorts of shapes, or you hold all sorts of shapes, or you experience through all sorts of shapes. You definitely have the ability of like a free mind, in that you can adapt to view life through many lenses. I want to say that's why you have the ability to hold all of the realms, because you understand and you can experience them all, because you're mutable. Yeah, you don't, I want to say you don't have a fixed mindset. You're always open to shifting to whatever presents itself. It's like everything is truth, and so you're not fixed with what you see as truth. It's like, yes, what you see is truth, but you're also open to seeing more of truth. And having those new truths then kind of interact with the old previous truth, and I feel like you're open to them shifting. You're just about what is true. You're not about what is true to you necessarily. It's like you don't have an attachment to it or to anything really. Not really. I feel like you're a very open soul. You'll go with what is intuitively felt for you. I saw 44 when I looked up. And wait, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then it was 44. And now 55. Yeah, I feel like you're about expanding your awareness of what is. There's more to that message of the truth, of you just simply opening to what is more. Because the universe is always expanding, right? That's to my knowledge at least, to my current view of the truth, kind of. I'm gonna say that that's what it is, at least for now, for this reading. And so if the universe is always expanding, it's like you then feel like your soul feels like it must always then be open to more truths, because there's always gonna be more. it's like you don't feel like an adventurer per se though, because I feel like you're at the center and you witness them all expanding, and when they expand it's like you get to have that experience, but it's like from, I want to say like from a still place, or from a self. Okay, so for the wonderfully adorable Tiger's Eye pile, what cards do we have? Beautiful. Any other cards? Like the animal cards? Or maybe the animal part was just to see how adorable you are. Okay. I'll take what comes. Which are the dragons. At the back we have Air Dragon, which does feel like truth. Helps you rise above earthly matters. Yeah, like you rise above any form of like structure that would hinder you, because it's like you have the 4 structures at the side of the card, but it's like they're keeping you in place. It's like you'll use attachment when it's for a means, like when it helps you discover a particular truth. For example, a body, like remaining in a body in order to have a particular experience which opens you, or which is in and of itself a new truth. But it's like for a means to an end. And I feel like you recognize that that will one day end, and that you'll return to your more authentic state of being, your soul's more authentic state of being. Communicate honestly, brings inspiration and hope, see life from a higher perspective. Yeah. It's so not saying that, it's not like inviting you to see life from a higher perspective. I feel like it's just recognizing and acknowledging that that's just who you are. I feel like you have that desire to always be seeing it from a higher perspective, or I don't even want to say higher, I just want to say a new perspective. So the first one was Archangel Gabriel's dragon. I love Archangel Gabriel. Oh, I love him. Brings purification. Yeah, I feel like you are, like, is Archangel Gabriel like the one at the receiving end of this reading? Because it feels like just like adorable, but so wise, but very pure white, just very like quite white energy, like or translucent energy. So brings purification, self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. Yeah, I remember reading this like ages ago. I don't have the guidebook anymore. But it was like, it just gives the vibe of like, once you're ready, you can hold it, but not everyone will be able to. It's like, you are Archangel Gabriel's diamond. Some of you may resonate with it. And then the other one, we have Silver Dragon. Oh, such similar energies. Putting those together actually is like, whoa, that's your soul. That's very cool. With some other colours like Tiger's Eye, like shimmering gold and black. Maybe black and white and silver and gold are significant for you. Maybe bronze too. Silver Dragon illuminates your potential with higher light. Access untapped resources. Look into your soul, see higher possibilities. Okay, so there's a lot about higher perspective here. I still feel like that's just who you are. I feel like it's just reaffirming who you are. You have a higher perspective. Even like the being above, it's like I almost feel like now you embody every single line of this card, and yet you are the center. You are like the one that looks like a ladybird. Ladybirger. it's like you also recognize that you're the higher being. Like, you just have like a source, like a oneness mindset, I feel like. Your soul. I feel like your soul. This is just all about your soul. I want to show you this because I keep just staring at it thinking like that just fits you so well. I'll hold them all up. Maybe you'll get very specific messages, or it's more just like feel that energy. That is you. That is you. There's another card that wants to come through, pop out. Bit of a crazy card. That reminds me of a tree. It all comes from somewhere. That's what I just heard. It all comes from somewhere. Maybe like it kind of makes me think of the higher, kind of makes me think, like, I feel like you would say that it all comes from somewhere, because it's like, I feel like you have this recognition that the grandest tree begins from the seed too, or like, and that seed comes from the grandest tree. It is from itself that it grows. But also, that's not even what I was gonna say, but that came through. What I was gonna say, what I was seeing was like, you see a tree and you recognize that there's roots below, even when others may not. Even when your parts of your senses, parts of your vision cannot see the rest, it's like it doesn't just like, I don't know, it's like there's more to it. There's roots below it. It grew from something. Maybe you have quite a scientific mind too, in that like you recognize nothing is random, like it comes from somewhere. Everything comes from somewhere, whether that be emotion or this table or the phone. Like everything works because of a reason. Everything has a structure. Everything has a, I keep wanting to say reason. Is there a better word? I got a strong no then when I asked that. No. Reason. Everything happens for a reason. That is who you are. You know that, or you feel that. Whew. I love you so much. You're very cool. You have a very cool energy to you. Yeah, I really love it. Not that that matters, but I guess I said it, so it matters for the reading. Maybe you need to know that it's okay to love your own energy. Because this feels like my energy too. Maybe some of you needed to hear that. Maybe some of you feel particularly connected to trees too. I feel like you could get very specific messages with that also. I think I'll leave those cards there. Shall we get an animal card from this deck? Oh, I love your energy. It's okay. I want to try and describe it some more, because I feel it so strongly here. It's like the color of a white marshmallow. the color. It like the kind of white, the energy that I feel from this is like, it's so strongly how I see Archangel Gabriel. Very close. But don't limit it to that. Yeah, but don't limit it to that. It's so that marshmallow color. I mean not the pink kind, I mean the white kind. Some of you may resonate with the pink kind though. So go with that if you feel that. But for me, I'm feeling it more like, or even light blue, or any other colours now I'm seeing, but I saw purple. They wouldn't let me continue my trail of thought until I said I saw purple. Okay, some of you needed recognition of that purple, and for me actually that's like, I wanted to say like they all feel like higher colours, like very like all encompassing, like not limited, like very freeing colours, but not in like a is this particular type of free, like spiritually free, or I don't think I'm gonna be able to get words for what kind of free, but that marshmallow white color is what I was seeing. It's like a white, but it's like a powdery white, or like it's like my mind wants to say a creamy white, but it's not at all creamy. It's like pure white. Oh, now I'm seeing it like really pure white, that it feels so rainbowy and kind of like opaly and translucent, or like kind of like glimmery, but so smooth. Okay, so there's a lot of different kinds. All colors into one, that's what I want to say. It's like it's the embodiment of everything. The embodiment of everything. Yeah. Okay, let's get cards. And this one. Mystic and prosperity, huh? Yeah. Something about this frog card is very significant. Maybe the ability to leap into, because frogs feel so mutable, like they could jump in any direction. That feels like you. And there's that kind of blue and purple colours. I'm also really being drawn to the green, the like mossy green, or maybe like in particular the moss. Yeah, something about the moss. Like imagine touching moss right now. That feels right for you. Oh, you might have like past lives as frogs that you could really resonate with at this time, or as beings that walk on moss or live in moss or require moss or are moss. Maybe you resonate with moss past lives, or maybe you're a moss being, because this video is for all beings, so something to do with moss. Maybe if you are a kind of being that can like have objects on you. The way I saw this was like a being who can put moss on their arms, like, and they don't wear clothes, like they put moss on their body and it just kind of becomes a part of them. It grows onto them. Kind of like a tree. Maybe you're a tree being. Let go of, or maybe also connecting to past lives of being those kinds of beings. This reading is all about the self. So frog, prosperity. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. I'm noticing like I really want to like read it showing you. So this is definitely something you might want to like, get my face out of the way. You might want to screenshot that, because there's just something significant, or pause the video. I don't know, there's something significant about the look of that card. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. Hop into this new day with joy. I don't know, it's just, I feel like you have such a mutable energy of change. Like you are frog prosperity. You are that movability, that ability to just see in every direction. Like there, maybe that was part of the reason of, from the look of it, it's like one looks directly at you and piercingly. It's like they, wherever they look, it's like they look with like the full intent. I heard the full intent to kill, so it's like to by kill, I'm seeing it like to break down what it is you're seeing. Like, you want to see the core, you want to break it down to pieces and see every single part of it. You want to really understand what you're seeing, and you want to understand that from the front perspective, the side perspective, and the other side perspective. It's like, and you just know there's going to be another frog behind these guys, right, looking in the other direction. Yeah, and it's like you have that mind of like, even though you can't see it, you know it's there. Something about that. Something. You might have a particular resonance. Oh, you might love the moon. You might have if you have a moon that you're connected to on your planet. For Earthlings, you might love our moon. And you might be, if you're a human with this chakra, you might resonate a lot with, what is that chakra called again? The causal chakra. Yeah, you might really resonate with that. Yeah, really resonate. Like, I want to say some of you might have had like several past lives as the causal chakra. I saw 44 when I said that. 14144. Like, you may be, it's more like all these things that I'm giving you examples of, like, your soul is like this. I feel like tapping into your resonance with that, it's like, that's not your soul, it's more like that's your soul. And by that I mean it's like a triangle of like tapping into those things. Like, for example, the consciousness of the causal chakra is like near the bottom of the triangle of your soul. So it's like when you understand your soul, when you restrict it, that's what it looks like. But understanding more of your soul, it's obviously gonna just taper out. I don't know if the word taper is right there, but just, it's so much more. It's so much more than just that, but that's just an example. And this colour of white of the polar bear white could be significant. I almost heard like someone using that as a pet name, like polar bear white, or that's like a character in a story maybe, polar bear white or something white. Now I'm hearing like White Fang. That was the name of one of my toys from ages ago, from like childhood, because my parents were watching a film and there was a wolf called White Fang in it, and my mum really liked it, and I was a people pleaser, so I named, or maybe I was just a kid, maybe all kids are like that, so I named my toy White Fang. There's something about that. Look how loving that polar bear looks. Look how loving. Polar bear mama, I want to call them. Ah! That guy in the middle, I don't know. Something about that guy. That made me think of a statue that begins with M, I think, or like a type of statue that begins with M. I feel like these are really famous, and they're like stone structures that may begin with M. So I'm gonna say old relics of the planet you're on may be significant too. So polar bear mystic, know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. I kind of feel like that sums up the energy you're in really, really well. I feel like you could really resonate with being a polar bear soul energy, not soul energy, just like this lifetime, I feel like you're very much embodying the traits associated with the polar bear. You might resonate with having like a polar bear totem or spirit guide, like frog too, but it feels there's something about polar bear spirit is on your side, I just heard. And feathers, some of you like Native American stuff too. A lot about delving into other realms. But like your really natural ability to do so. I just saw like the feathers on the side, and I was just thinking, I saw someone putting up a single feather, and that was just a portal, like instant portal. Yeah, you're powerful, I want to say. Like polar bears are so mighty. Yeah, it even looks like he's poking his head through a portal. I mean, he's the mystic, the walker through worlds. We're gonna read that one. At the back is mastery. I swear I saw the image at least of, in my mind, of the card, personal choice card, which just makes me think of like you, the self, but also like you. I want to say it's like you have grown enough that you don't need a teacher. Like you are your own teacher. Maybe it's not that you've grown enough, it's just that you always have been your own teacher, or you like being your own teacher, or something about that. At the back of the deck is Eagle Mastery. A lot of you might be coming from the previous pile. I'm thinking the way to explain this is the previous pile feels, so pile 3 feels like how you would have been like years ago. So it could even be that you found this video once and you watched pile 3, and then like way later you watched this pile, or you're just a fast grower and you watched pile 3 and 4 this time. Or not, it doesn't have to be a fast grower, it can just be, I don't know, the energy of holding both, being between both piles. And the message for all of you in pile 4 of that is like that between energy again. I just heard the word sharer. What does that mean? Sharer. Kind of goes with the teacher energy. Like, split it to that. Such another white creature. But like, you are an old soul. Yeah, it's so, I'm gonna read this. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition. Oh yeah, white stag, protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. And for these, it's like, I want to say for you, it's like you use your, like, it's not calling you to use it. It's like recognition that you already do. All of this reading is just recognition of who you already are. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. You already do create blessings with your magic. Water. I want water, yeah. You'll like water colour. Water with like, when it's got a black ground of white is what I was gonna say, but maybe not. I want to say, give the advice of putting yourself in the eyes of your being, or like yourself in beings of different coloured skin, because I feel like that would really do something for you. Like connecting with your past lives when you were in different coloured skin, or even like accentuating your own colour skin, like when you imagine yourself in a past life where you had the same kind of skin. I feel like you'll be able to see what your present skin's abilities are, strengths are, or like symbolism is, or the way in which your soul will express itself because of the body you're in. Like seeing yourself in all the different coloured skins, and this can be also in just different beings, like feathered beings, slimy beings, scaled beings, every kind of being. Imagining yourself within them give you perspective on who your soul is, because you can feel your fuller self then, because you feel the expansion of it, and also like body lust. But yes, but I kind of feel like you might have explored body lust just more already, and or for some reason there's a call for exploring bodies of different, I want to say colour, but I want to say particularly the colours I've mentioned, like blue, purple, bronze, silver, white, gold, black, brown, all the different, like tanned, all just like from white to black, like along that scale. So I guess grey, but I feel like silver, the browns, yeah, just lots of different colours. We were gonna read Mystic, that's what we were gonna do. Polar bear, I mean. Sometimes I try and look up the like main word instead of the, I was gonna say number then. There are no numbers on this deck. There's something significant about that. There are no numbers. Because I feel like saying for you, like, your mindset is like, there are no numbers in life. There's something, you may love numerology, like I'm not saying that you don't have a resonance with numbers, but there's something about that, like, there are no numbers in life. You view life very purely, because like that colour white or translucent. What was I? Oh yeah, I was laughing about the fact that sometimes I try and look for the name of the card, or like the ability instead of the animal. And I feel like maybe you usually try and look at the ability instead of the animal. And in that, it's like, to try and understand your soul, you might typically like focus on specific energies, but this is like, you'll find those specific energies far more detailedly at this time in your life, at least, through going to the like more physical aspects. Like, where do those abilities come from, or like how do they often formulate themselves, how do they ground themselves, how do they express themselves in the more physical planes. For example, animals, the different animals that display different essences, different energies, abilities, traits. Focusing on the animals will give you greater clarity on the essences. Yes. So, polar bear. E-L-L-L-M-O-P. Penguin. Polar bear. Strength, adaptability. Hey, even polar bear has adaptability? You adapt. I want to call you like adaptamation. Like, I want to call you an Asian. Like, abomination. But adaptamation. Polarmation. Mation, that could, words that end with mation could be significant. Animation. Something about that. Strength, adaptability, patience, endurance, survival, fearless, Solitary, psychic, traveler, dreams, mysticism, spirit helper, shaman's ally. I feel like you're the spirit helper. You're the shaman's ally. You've transcended being the shaman, now you're like the ally of the shamans. That's kind of like to say you're a teacher of sorts, but it's like it's a new perspective on teacher, because I don't know, I feel like the word ally just fits there, but like seeing ally in a very particular way. Okay, so the great and invincible polar bears. Invincible. For a moment I thought invincible ended with nation, and I was like, ooh. The great and invincible polar bears of the far north are the largest hunters among land animals. The males can weigh up to 1,500 pounds and are figures of fearless strength. There is not a stronger totem to help you survive the challenges of life. Polar bears are revered by native people for their ability to travel through the veil and gather treasures from beyond. Gather treasures from beyond. Gather treasures from beyond. I feel like that's what you do, like, naturally, always. Polar bear is one who there's something more about that. You are the treasure from beyond. Maybe that's it. And you are to see that you are the treasure from beyond. It's like you're looking at everything else that you currently see as a treasure, like your favorite animals, or just like animals that, it's not necessarily your favorite. I want to say more like animals that you deem treasurable. You deem as treasures, like treasures of the wild. Like, yeah. Understanding them more will help you understand your own treasure, which is like yourself. Because they're simply reflections. Because yourself is them, and them is yourself. The treasure of the universe is but the treasure of yourself. Polar bear is one who carries the shaman of the land of spirit. Shaman to the land of spirit. I said from the land of spirit. That could be significant. I can't see it though. Their stark environment helps to hone their psychic abilities. They listen to their intuition to find their way. Their incredible sense of smell helps them gather food and locate openings in the ice. Polar bears know the wisdom of long rests and the richness of solitude. Those with polar bear medicine are likely to have faced adversity and become stronger from it. If polar bear is your totem, you are fearless, you are psychic, you are silent. I didn't mean to say that. It says you are resilient. Silent. You are silent. You will be able to swim through the icy waters of life and be a strong survivor. You have thicker skin and do not let things bother you. If polar bear has just come into your life, know that your spirit helper has arrived. Oh, I love that. Imagine that as like when you arrive in other beings' lives. It's like, yep, I'm the spirit helper that has just arrived. Call upon polar bear to create more adaptability, endurance, and fearlessness. Yeah. So that's more like a message for all of those who need to call on you. Like, if you need pile number 4, then yes, you're pile number 4. But then no, more like if you need adaptability, endurance, and fearlessness, call upon pile number 4's spirit essence. Contrary would be, did you forget that you need to spend time alone? Has too much activity got you cranky? Be sure to rest. Is something not smelling quite right? Ask your totem for clarity. Make time for dreaming in solitude. I feel like you are... I don't feel like describing your state, but it feels like a polar bear state. Or it feels like this card. Like... Because I feel like you're already doing it. You don't really need advice on how you're maneuvering through life. It's more just like recognition of who you are. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's your reading. Let's close it off. That was lovely. So, Thank you for joining, and bye bye. And it will remain on for the 5th pile as I pack away, that is. I'm gonna shuffle. Give him a little shuffle. Shuffle. Oh! No, I love that. For any of you still watching, this is one you and me received. And that at the back. The back was significant too. It like kind of wanted to come out, but it was like adamant on being like, no, I'm the back of the deck. But like, look at me. Maybe you, especially if you came from pile 4, like maybe you see the life within inanimate objects a lot, in that you might like see like a card as a being, like seeing things that are still as more moving than many might see them as. I want to say also, or maybe you come from this kind of civilization or race, like being like ET race, that typically is very seeing that everything is like a creature or alive. This is really interesting to me because it's like there's 2 sets of roots. Like there's these direct roots, but there's also these, like, I heard intrinsic roots. Yeah, that's the message for someone. The intrinsic roots, which like root themselves into the like tapestry of life. The intrinsic roots that are the birth of, or that are just below the birth of the flowers, that root themselves into the tapestry of life. That's what we're going for. But what was this card? Because you said hello, didn't you? He said, like, I've already said my message. His message came from the beings. You see inanimate things as beings. Cool, that's beautiful. And I want to keep that out there. I feel like maybe Power 5 won't. Yeah, that I hadn't put this away, so some of you are from Power 4 watching that. And so for you leaving, unless you're staying for Power 5, namaste. Yes, I want to keep. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Power 5 might not have. I might not use that deck for them. Okay. I feel like I need to change my energy for Power 5. I feel like they're gonna want something different. Yes. Yes, indeed. Something different. Oh, yes. I felt like Captain Jack Sparrow when I did that. We're going to draw. We're going to draw with them. I kind of want to put my hair up for them. Even though... But, I feel like that's significant because I don't feel the need to do it, but I do feel the need to do it. Why do I feel this need? No, I almost put it. Okay, welcome in pile number 5. I started that without even bringing out your card things yet. Your Empress card with the... I wanted to call it rose quartz then. This is not rose quartz. This is... And I wanted to call it black tourmaline. Ooh. Okay, why are we calling the... It's not coming to my mind. The Smoky quartz. These are the names. I want to know how I felt drawn to putting my hair up for you, but in like there's definitely a message here way. I also noted that I could have put the bobble around another time and it would have been tighter, but I chose to do the looser one. It was important. So there could be a need to be gentler with yourself. Smoky quartz, like, did I say that? I feel like I did, but it just like came to me then. So that could definitely just be a confirmation that the message I was going to say of there being an importance surrounding being gentler with yourself, that message was important. So Smoky quartz is about like releasing energy. So, and I feel like the color black is important for this too. Like the fact that I'm wearing this feels significant for you. So letting go of that which is not yours to carry, and anything that isn't allowing you to be in a very creative, natural, receiving state. Yes, okay. So for you, I feel like drawing. I feel like draw channeling. Draw channeling, that's a funny word. Yeah, I'm already gonna take the bobble out because it feels like that was just, I just needed to get the message of, oh, maybe that's the message actually, because it's like, I did this part, I took it out with you, and isn't like putting your hair down. That's the message I want to come out, like put your hair down, even take out all the, there's an energy of like winding down for bed, like a pajama day, or like or going on an adventure instead of like working on something, I don't know, like just like put your hair down, get ready for bed. I don't know, there's an energy of that. Get ready for bed, huh? Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera over and we're gonna draw. And we're gonna draw on that big piece of paper. Oh, I'll unfold it, but do it on this side. Okay, we're using the paper with folds in for you. I have another one here, but I want this one for you. Why? I felt like saying why, dear one, why? Dear one, huh? I feel like you've been through a lot, or you're tired, or you're really wanting someone to care for you, or okay, we'll leave it at that. There's something like that. We're gonna draw now. That way? Yeah, that way. Okay. Let's see. I'll move it a bit. Bear with. Okay, I think that's fine. Cool, okay. We're gonna start. Okay, we're going down on the crease line. There's something about the crease line. I just said providing security for you. The crease is what provides security for you. So something that you may have deemed as a part of yourself that is undesirable, because I'm seeing like creases in paper as being like, you want the clean one, right? But it's like, no, the crease is actually providing me with something to go off. The crease is providing me with some sort of love, something that I need. So that could be, for example, if you deem resting as or like laziness, or you deem wanting to stay in bed longer as being like an unhealthy part of yourself, or like bad in some way, quote unquote bad, or like, well, maybe it's not quote unquote bad for you, maybe it is, you see it as a bad part of yourself, but this is saying like that would be a good part of yourself, quote unquote good. It would be a healthy, loving aspect of yourself that provides you with stability and some sort of comfort, something that's nurturing for you at this time. Yeah, I want to highlight This is interesting. It's like I wanted to highlight the stability of this, but this is stability that's now being, it's being able to create itself, to flourish, based off the fact that I created that initial line on the crease. So using that same example of needing more rest, you needing more rest is this initial line that gives you the energy to then go on and do a lot more, or create some sort of lasting stability for yourself. Something along those lines. The lines being something that you deem unnecessary or like bad in some way. I can't think of a better word to insert there. If you can do it, insert so within your mind. Something you see as bad actually being a great thing that leads you to, like, the opposite of the reason why you didn't want to do the first thing. In other words, the reason why you wouldn't do the first thing, that is, you'll get to like an even more of that by doing the first thing. For example, you'll have more energy if you sleep. It's like you want to, and if you want to not sleep because you want to get more things done, it's like, no, if you sleep then you'll actually get more done the next day, as opposed to being tired and it kind of draining, being just working always through a drained state of being, like your mind isn't as on point, that kind of thing. So I've kind of drawn, it makes me think of a tornado, and it was coming from when I was talking about like if you don't do it, I feel like your mind, there's something about your mind that is taking you in many directions. For some of you, you have a choice that I heard coming up. You have a choice that's coming up, and there's advice that you be like bright-eyed, you be with a full night's rest under your belt, kind of thing. I wanna get more details. I wanna see, I wanna get like a specific message for you. There seems like there might be a very specific message, and there's a message in that there is a specific message for you. I heard you'll know, and I can't even, my mind is trying to get to that, to make sure you'll know, which is what you're doing. It's like you're trying to double check things that you don't need to be double checking. It's like maybe you've sent out this one signal, like this is you, and you've sent out this one signal, and it has created these ripples, and you don't, but like your mind wants to go off on all these journeys to double check that, like, is it sending out these signals? But your message here is yes, it has. Like, trust yourself, trust your work, or trust your something that has led to the first ripple. And it's in both directions. It's in two areas of your life you have done this. You've sent out ripples in multiple areas, but I want to say in particular, like, both areas. So there may be two specific areas of your life that you see, and within both of them, it's like you want to go out on these journeys to check that everything's prepped or everything is right, but this is just draining your energy a bit too much. Or this is why you're so tired, because you're checking, you're double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking, and actually you didn't need to double check. You could just do it and trust it. Like, you are far more skilled than you're making it seem. This also could be for some of you, like you are underselling yourself. I just saw someone talking about their own skill, and even though they knew that they were better, they downplayed it like they weren't. This part of the drawing is making me feel like there are some areas that have needed like double checking in your life. Maybe previous experiences, or maybe future experiences, maybe present experiences, but these areas in particular are very clearly like noted as those areas that need more checking on them. It's like a specific field that it's like I'm getting an example of like, in order to create a specific box, there's a button that you have to press every 10 minutes 4 times. I mean, like, once you have to press it, and then you have to wait 10 minutes and press it again, and then again, and then again. Like 4, those are 4, you've pressed it 4 times. And 4 may be significant as a number for you, but you don't really have to take it as meaningful if you don't feel like it is. The point is, like, in the times where you need to think a lot, to like use your brain to, I wanted to say overthink. In the times where you are required to overthink, it is completely like drawn out to you that is the case. Like the instruction manual telling you to check this box 4 times, it's shown. But in these areas that you don't need that is where your energy is being dispersed through all these side quests to check on them again. Maybe you began with this mindset as a child. This is, or this specific thing that required this of you, to always be double checking. Maybe that was the past, and maybe you no longer have this situation in your life, and maybe you still feel like you're operating from it. And this is a call to recognize that truth of where this overstimulation in your mind is actually coming from. Is it coming from present day necessity to overthink these things? Or is it coming from simply having the mindset of overthinking? And how might you then go about shifting that if you feel the need to do so? I feel like drawing the sun, felt like drawing a moon, and I drew the sun because of illumination of what I was just saying, but I feel like drawing the moon now too. Yeah, with the sun, I feel like you might overly resonate with the sun. At least that energy of awareness, of clarity, of sight, of vision. But now you're being called to, bring the moon into your game too, into your toolbox. The moon being rest. The moon not needing to seek answers, but have them being brought to them. To them, I said. Interesting. Them, the moon. You're embodying that of the moon being. You're becoming a moon being. A being of the night. Even a sun wants to be drawn within your moon. It's making me think of illuminating. Yeah, it's like you will get your chance to illuminate the dark, the things that you're unsure about that make you go a little bit crazy. You will get the chance to understand these things, but the sun comes after the moon. In order to understand them, you must first experience the darkness of it, I heard loopiness of it. I was trying to say the elusivity of it, It's like, in order to understand your dreams, you first need to dream. Like, you need to go to sleep in order to get messages and then like decode those messages. I feel like you like to understand. I want to put like a line right up there. Oh, it looks like a tree. It just made me think for a second about DNA also. Yeah, I feel like you like to understand things very deeply. Yeah, I want to say, like, because I drew this, now I'm going to say it's DNA. But you might see it as something else, so you can take that message too. The fact that I drew that on the part that I was describing as coming from childhood, perhaps, this sense of always needing to double check, overthinking, coming from childhood, it's like, yes, it's in your DNA, and it's time to restructure that. It's time to use that active mind to your benefit, to direct that energy intentionally. What in your life would you like to achieve, I want to say, and using that energy that you know you have so much of in your mind, and having that be productive to those dreams, those desires. Yes. Notice how this kind of is, it's like I wanted to draw an arrow, but it kind of came out looking like it was going a bit in two directions. We even have two circles here, so it could be that there's something like you were trying to go one way, you had the goal in mind, and little did you know that moving towards that goal would actually lead you to a further goal or a different goal of yours. It's something there's some, like, an interest is gonna be sparked within you, a new goal or something new that you love. I want to say something new that you love is gonna be found through this one current goal, and putting more of your energy towards this current goal of your dream. I want to say something like that you consider very beautiful, something you consider to be worthwhile, I want to say, like, or something you consider, I heard prosperous, so you might be quite like practical in your dreams, or in your love for them is very practical. Yeah, take that as it resonates. Going towards that will lead you on other paths, and they were like the seeds of them had been planted beforehand. Or like your soul knew this all along, something along those lines. Do we have anything else? I want to draw like, it's like a rainbow crossed with a ladder, but the ladder, oh, 4 again. Yeah, I was gonna say the ladder only extends so far. What does that mean? The ladder only extends so far. I want to get a card for you now. Actually, no, I don't. What I want to do is bring this card. I don't know if that was in shot at all. I'm gonna leave it there, actually. I'm just looking at the camera. That's why my voice has probably changed perspective. The perspective of sound. Okay. So, something about the Empress card. Creation, abundance, pleasure. I want to say like something really tasty. But how's that related to the ladder? The rainbow ladder. The rainbow ladder. Now I want to do like a star, like it's a divine rainbow ladder. maybe blessings come from climbing the ladder. There's a lot of like, at the start I felt like it was just gonna be about telling you like, just rest. Just rest, okay? Good things will come from it. But now it's like, rest because of where you want to go. Like, there's something about like ladder, like your work or where your goals, like directional energy, masculine energy, where like how your energy expresses itself, the outward like input and output, your output, and Empress being creation, your creation, what do you do? Something about that, and it being like leading you to the divine. Or maybe it's like, maybe it's both. It's like, yes, doing this creation leads you to the divine, and blessings, but also I'm seeing it like, because you start here, right? We started here, and then it's more like climbing down the ladder. But maybe it's like you create, some of you, it's like you follow your blessings. You've already got these blessings. You've already got this connection, this divinity of some kind that you love. And it's following that down, tracing it back. So we've got that tracing it back again, like this DNA, or this where this overstimulation of the mind came from. Maybe it's understanding that, and then having that, maybe understanding that did help you climb the ladder to, or understanding that helped you get to where you are now, and maybe like following that down the ladder is like helping those at the bottom, like highlighting like, hey, this is a ladder to the divine for those who are overthinkers. That says overthinkers. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, overthinkers, like, through this way. This is how you change it from struggle to strength. So some of you may want to use your hardships as lessons for others. Not lessons, like you may want to teach others about the way you have overcome your hardships, or maybe even like if you don't feel like you're currently at the state where you can do that, maybe if that's a goal of yours, then it might give you more inspirational motivation to understand yourself in order to then be able to fully teach it, something along those lines. I want to draw something here, and I want it to be a star. I didn't know that until I said the word. There's something significant about that. I didn't know it until I said the word. Something, maybe maybe what you want to do in life, or some future projects will be a surprise to you, or maybe something about destiny, even like a star. Or making yourself known. What is that? You didn't know it until you said it. Maybe where you've come. Or maybe just speaking aloud. And I feel like it's in all of these areas, yes. Tick. It's in every single area. Like, I think vocalizing it or getting it on paper, somehow expressing it. It can be creatively too. Maybe it is particularly creative since you've got the Empress card. So creating from where you're at could help you to understand where you are, or what you've achieved, or what you will achieve. Creation could be significant for some sort of life goal, whether you know it yet or not. Stardom, divine. I feel like divine synchronicity too. So maybe the star is a synchronicity for you. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I feel like that's it. I'm gonna end your reading there. Cool. I feel like we didn't get enough about the smoky quartz though. Releasing. I guess it could be like if you have a lot of mental energy, like releasing that mental energy. I just would have thought that that would come through another crystal that's like a creative crystal to like express that over energy. But it's no, because we're talking about mindsets also, like where your overthinking comes from. Yeah. So releasing mindsets that no longer serve you. Yeah. Yeah, it feels quite a rewiring, a rewiring, perhaps to more play or to more acceptance, because now I'm getting the example of like some people could express their words like jiggly jobbly like I did, but then I'm getting the example of like being harsh on yourself or not liking that about yourself, seeing it negatively essentially, as opposed to like jiggly job, like having it be a blessing that it comes out like that, because you get to smile and laugh and play and experience new words. There's something about blessings, the star, it's like where you've come from is the star, or like where you've come from like mentally, I feel like where you've come from mindset, like where the way in which you have lived. It's like the fact that you lived in a difficult way or from a struggle mindset, that is your star, that is the blessing, that is what will illuminate others, or that will in some way shape your direction in life, or shape a direction in life that you will likely feel called to take, or have already felt called to take, or are taking. Yeah, something about that. I feel like for your reading also, I've said a lot of like something about that, something about that. It kind of makes me feel like the essence of questioning. So I wonder if you have come from or are in a mindset of being like self-critical, or I hit unyielding. Yeah. Part of that, like me saying something about that, could be just simply that there's an air of mystery around all of this, like things not quite being clear yet or making sense. It's like that energy of like you need to dream before you need to go to sleep before you can dream and understand, and that can be very like practical, or it can be an analogy. Some creatures don't dream, and I'm speaking to any creatures, so there could be creatures here that don't go to sleep, but it's like you need to rest then, or maybe you don't rest, but there's a form of energy exchange, I want to say, that is required of you in order to like process your own body or process your own spirit, in order to then have a new perspective and a new shift that enables you to see where you've come from, or where you are, which is where you've come from. I want to say also, it's all for a purpose, and there's progression. There's like a lot of progression here, but also a lot of balance. A lot of balance, quite a lot of mirroring energy too. So that's significant for all of you. It's like I began that, my mind wanting to say for some of you, but it's like, no, it's significant for all of you. Felt riled up by that, passionate, and yet your energy like is very soft and slow. Not soft, just slow. Is there anything else? There's going to be a message for just a select few, so if you feel like your reading has ended, then thank you for joining me, and I wish you love, or I reflect to you love. Yes, and for those of you who feel like there's something left, there is. What might that be? I was gonna try and get cards, but I'm not sure that there are. Apart from the only deck that there might be is a number deck that I am in the process of creating. Wee, 2. So we've got 10 and, well, maybe 2 is significant, but we got 10 and 369, as well as 17 on the back. 369 is like going up in cycles. I love those numbers. 369 are the best numbers. Don't quote me on that. I will say other things at different times. Okay, here they are. La. There's so much about cycles. 1 and 0 and then 3, 6, 9. Okay, so what is the message with that? There's something about your vision that's so important or significant. Why or significant? Important or significant? I feel like that goes again to you have a very analytical mind, a very noticing mind. Some of you need to know, I feel like this might be it, some of you need to know that you have the ability to understand this thing that you might think that you don't have the ability to understand. Like, for example, I'm staring at the moon with the sun in the center, and it's like the reason you're not going to sleep is because you don't think that you'd be able to understand. You're not bringing in the moon because you don't think that you are the sun. You don't think that you have the sun as a tool. I felt drawn then to the fact that I was playing with my beard hairs. And beard hairs feel very spiritual to me, like wisdom. Like when you think of like an old guy with like really long beard, or like that like, I want to say trope, or that there's a better word there, I don't know it. It feels very like stroking the beard, all that wisdom that has grown. Maybe imagining yourself with a beard would help for someone. Or maybe that's a sign, specific in your dream, maybe you become a man with a long beard. I'm seeing it very triangular and quite thin and like grey, in case that is significant for some. But like it kind of starts like white in here and then grey. But yeah, mostly it's I can say it in a better way, I know I can. That message of, if you knew that you could, then you would take the first steps. If you knew you could do the later steps, it's like if you knew you could do 6 and 9, you would do 3, but you're not doing 3 because you don't think that you'll be able to do 6 and 9. Okay, I just heard like close it out, like that's it. Okay, there's something about closing out cycles with you too, because why do I keep forgetting this name? But I just heard red jasper, so that might be significant for you. Also poppy jasper, amethyst, citrine. Why crystals in general. Smoky quartz, smoky quartz. Something about memory maybe too. Okay. Closing out cycles, yeah. Something about that. Closing out the old cycle of the way you used to live. That could go in so many ways, but I'm gonna close out this cycle of a reading, of a video, of a no, that's what it is. It is the video of a, I don't know. Bye. See ya. Love. Namaste. Conjoined.